Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Tosin Talks where Tosin is talking. I don't even know how many episodes I've put out, but like as when I record every single episode, I tell myself you need a standard introduction, and it is many months later, and I still don't have a standard introduction. Anyways, I would like to believe that you guys love me like that, perhaps. Anyways, hi guys, how are you? How are you doing? It is the first month in the second half of 2024. So, yeah. How are you? I don't know. I've not been on social media much, so I guess I'm wondering if the way, the way people used to ask, oh, what did you achieve in the first half? And then they encourage you to not give up in case you know if in case you haven't achieved your goals and stuff like that, and be like, oh, you can go again, you still have 6 months, blah blah blah. I wonder if there was a lot of that on social media again. Anyways, me, I don't really have anything to say, to be honest. Just I hope you're keeping it together because I guess it can be a lot. It is quite a lot. I remember, I think when June was ending, I posted on my story on my Facebook that I need some form of reboot camp because I'm just like, I need to be recharged spiritually enough to get energy to go into this second half or whatever. But God is good and He will sustain His own. That's all I can say. So yeah, how are you? I don't know how I am. I think mostly I'm fine. I think mostly I'm fine. I'm like okay. I don't know, I'm in between. I'm oscillating between fine and okay. Sometimes I'm fine, sometimes I'm just like there, sometimes I'm probably not okay. But again, God is still good, so it's not like I'm talking to a friend. Anyways, so I think that I don't think I've been. How would I explain this? I don't think I've been much in the space of being able to talk in a way that is useful to people. I don't know if that makes sense. I think I've been in like, oh, I don't really have anything to say. I think I've been in that space like, I don't have anything to say that is helpful to anybody else because I think it's majorly because I've not been in a space to receive helpful things. So it's like, what am I saying that will help other people, quote unquote? And I think that there's one time I actually wrote a newsletter talking about how, like, every time I want to put out stuff or something, I'm always thinking, is it helpful to people? And I guess like it makes sense because, like, yeah, that's kind of the point. But I think at that time when I wrote it, I realized that the fact that I was always trying to be helpful or, just be something to people is unhealthy in and of itself. Because, like, actually, who am I and what do I know? In that sense, it is only God that gives people, certain graces or certain bits of knowledge that can be helpful to people, that kind of thing. So yeah, I'm sitting down and I'm like, okay, I'm just going to record the podcast. But like before I came onto it, I prayed. I was like, I don't know, I'm not very sure what to say, but I think in prayer I was like, either way, let it be helpful to somebody, or even if it's not necessarily like helpful, let it be like entertaining, or let it be you know a good companion, to someone, that kind of thing. And I guess I want to believe that God will answer the prayers. Or like, if anything, let it just be nice for people to resonate with certain things that I say and be like, oh, I'm not the only one, which is usually a good thing. Like, it's always a good thing to feel like you're not alone when you are experiencing certain things, I guess. But yeah, whatever. I don't even know why I went down that road. But then I went to my podcast notes where I guess like I've noted down stuff that it would be nice to talk about here and there. And I saw a sentence how I wrote to that people put a lot of emphasis on one day or one experience or one thing, and I don't know why that is, because your life changes over a period of time. And so I guess I want to talk about that. I the kind of person I am, I realized probably yesterday or day before yesterday that I've always been like this, always looking to be better, always not being satisfied with where I currently am, always putting pressure on myself to grow, to make changes, to be better. And all of that, I guess I realized that it's probably rooted in something deeper. Is either like it's rooted in low self-esteem, or it's rooted in like just a general deep dissatisfaction with life generally. So I'm always like hoping and hoping for things to be better. But I think the reason why it is crazier for me is that it's not just in physical things. Like there's a part where like you hope for things to be better, but like it's just physical stuff. Like you hope to, move into a bigger house, you hope to have a car, you hope to have a better job and stuff like that. Those things are like physical stuff, and so I don't know, it's external to you, I guess. I mean, I won't say like it's better in that sense, but like because it's external, is easier to manage. Yeah, but like when your deep dissatisfaction is in it, like it's within, like you're dissatisfied with probably like how you are. I'm dissatisfied with like quote unquote how sensitive I can be, or dissatisfied with how what's the word, how quiet I can be and stuff like that. Like those things are those things are like personality based, and is just much more innate than anything else. And I think that that's hard, to deal with, to manage. And over again, I think in the journey of my life I've been praying to God change me, God make me better, God help me. And then I think there was also one time where I said, oh, help me to like see myself the way you see me, help me to reckon the things that actually need to be changed and the things you want me to accept, stuff like that. Just like different variations of the prayer over my life and everything. And I think that if there's anything that I've ever wished for the most, is to wake up one day and everything has changed. I think someone asked one question. I said, if you were to wake up tomorrow with a particular ability or something, what would it be? That kind of thing. So I think that one of the things that I probably have wished for here and there is for me to just be a certain way the next morning. And I guess it's sad that that would never happen, because your life doesn't change automatically. You can't snap your finger and everything will change. Life changes over a period of time. Like even if it's with physical things, like if you want the quality of your life to change, it changes over a period of time. It doesn't necessarily change in one day. If your life should change in one day, especially when it comes to quality of your life, say for example you just like stumble upon maybe you win the lottery for a lot of money and everything, the truth is that it would finish. The money would finish and you'll go back to where you were coming from the night before your entire life changed. So I think that in everything really, life changes over a period of time. I think perhaps in I don't know how to put it. I think I would like to I think I'll probably say, oh, I'm in one of those times where my life is changing steadily. I may not say it, but like I know it's changing. But then again, I'm not sure if it is actually changing. So like I'm just like in between. But I know that I can think back to years before and know that my life is changing. Let's say like with the physical things, I can look back at certain things that I buy now and know for sure that the quality of my life has changed from like 2 years ago. or 3 years ago, you know. And so like it's probably the same with who I am, or who I want to be. Probably because I really don't know. I'm not in a very I'm not in a very positive space with regards to like the person I am and all of this stuff. I mean, I've already gone into it way too deep than I should, I guess. But I want to believe that my life is also changing with regards to that. Like I'm probably getting better with certain things that I was probably bad at before. Let's say like managing my emotions, or talking better. Actually, yeah, I think I noticed that probably like 2 months ago, that my life is like I'm actually better with regards to communicating with people than I was like say 2 3 years ago, which is like a win. Yeah, Oluwatosin, it is a win. So yeah, I think that it applies to everybody too. How it is easy to be dissatisfied with the place you currently are at every point in time. It is very easy to be dissatisfied with it. Uh, I know. I'm saying that from experience, to be honest. It is very easy. And it is also easy to hope that things will change automatically. But, they won't. I think I just remembered where that statement I wrote down in my podcast notes actually came from. Like, I think it came from the whole energy, or the whole, what's the word now? I don't know the adjective to use, but like just the amount of energy that people put on a wedding day. I think that's where the whole statement came from. I know that like I've taken it much deeper than it probably is, but I remember that that's where it came from. And I think that day I was thinking about how people put a lot of, again, I don't know the word, something on wedding days. And I guess that day I was probably just thinking about it, that like it's just one day, and your life doesn't change because of that one day. I think I was I don't know. So like in my head I was wondering that when people get married, do they automatically just feel and know that they are married? Like, okay, it's a very, very weird thought process, to be honest. But I remember listening to I think it was Apostle Femi Lazarus, I'm not sure. And then he was saying how like I think it took like 2 3 months for him to realize that he was actually married. After his wedding and everything. I think it takes a while to get into any sort of rhythm. I don't think, I don't know. I mean, obviously, like, I'm sure that people that are doing weddings are not thinking that like everything automatically change. I don't know how people think, to be honest. It's just like, I don't know. It's just how my brain is working. I think it's a lot of energy, and I think your life changes over a period of time. Sometimes, like, your life has started to change even before the actual wedding day, kind of thing. Because before the actual wedding day, you're already trying to like rearrange your mindset. Sometimes, like, you're already rearranging your finances, to conjoin them together. Sometimes you're already, I mean, if you're responsible, you're already like planning for the future, planning for your kids and how like that's going to happen and stuff like that. So you're planning certain things, trying to conjoin your life together before the wedding. And then, after the wedding, it's still like a whole ball game to walk around, because like, you're now living with another person. I mean, if you were living alone before, you're now living with another person, and then like there's just a lot of things to walk around with regards to that and everything. Bruh, I have literally just I've literally just dissected into something else entirely. But anyways, the point of the different scenarios that I've said, which is like, I guess the reason why I mentioned the whole wedding stuff is because like it is both deep and it is both superficial. Not superficial in that sense, because like marriage is serious, but like it is both like with serious things and with seemingly physical things. The fact that um You cannot snap your finger at any point in time and everything would suddenly change. It is the same with growth. You cannot snap your finger, both like spiritual growth or emotional growth or mental growth and stuff like that. You cannot snap your finger and you suddenly be better or be the person that you want to be or be the person that God will have you be. You cannot suddenly snap your fingers and have your business go to the place that you want it to be, that kind of thing, like, have the revenues and everything that you want it to be. Life and everything around it is a whole freaking journey. you know you have to I just remembered, I think it was a tweet or something that somebody said was the process, not that we're trusting it. It's just very funny, but anyways, I think like it's a whole journey that you legit have to walk through. I remember thinking yesterday that like that's just annoying, honestly. Like all of this I'm saying is like annoying. I mean, not annoying in the sense of like, like something is like I've said like 2000 times, but you know the truth and that truth is annoying. I'm sure that like I'm not the only one that feels that way. The fact that this is actually a journey you have to walk through, you have to swim through the fire of things not looking like how you would love it to be, and just continue trusting and praying that it will be better, that kind of thing. You have to actually walk through lessons and stuff like that if you actually want to be better. You don't just I think the mistake we make is that we don't want to experience the things that will make us better. Like, yeah, we don't want to experience the things that will make us better, and that's not how it works. As much as experience is not the best teacher, I think that this is tricky to say, but sometimes, especially when it comes to like character transformation or building certain blocks in your life, you have to actually experience it. Like you have to actually do the work. Like you can learn from people to know how to, but you learning from people is not going to destroy the fact that you still have to do the work. I don't know if the way I put it is explaining what I'm trying to say, but you can learn how to do it easier. You can learn how to do it better. You can learn how to do it so that you don't have to like rigmarole over and over again. But the truth is that you still have to do it. Let me use like an example, like a physical example. So if you're building a house, you're building a house. You can learn how to what's the word now? I don't know any building terms, but you can learn from other people how to lay the bricks better. Like, yeah, you can learn how to lay the bricks better. You can learn how to like do certain things, maybe sandpaper or something, in a way that it is much easier, much faster. But you still have to lay the bricks. Like you still have to actually do the sandpaper. The fact that you've learned how to does not mean that you can skip the entire process and just paint. There's nothing to paint. There's nothing to actually paint because you have not laid the bricks. You have not like done the hard work. And so I think it's like that. You can learn certain things from other people's experiences, but you still have to go through it. Like you still have to experience it. The only thing that is going to be better is that you're experiencing it easier. You're experiencing it with knowledge, you're experiencing it with wisdom, that kind of thing. And that's helpful. That's really, really helpful that you have the knowledge to go through certain things, but you would still go through it. Yeah. And so how did I get here? How did I actually get here? So yeah, I think that's what I was saying, that like, sometimes we just want to go straight to like the painting of the building and the parts that look beautiful, but it doesn't really work that way. So I think it's with everything, with your business that you're starting, or with education, or with work. Like if you're working in 9 to 5 and you're working corporately, you can't just skip to become the manager or stuff like that. You have to actually do the work of starting. It's the same thing with the business. You can learn so much from people who have gone before you, but you still have to build your systems, It's just that you're building it wiser now. You're building it with much more knowledge and you can do better at it, that kind of thing. But you still have to build, you still have to actually put in the work. And it's still a journey to get to the place that you hope for, that kind of thing. So I think it's like that for everything in life, to be honest. Yeah. So like, yeah, it's the same for like weddings and stuff and marriage generally. It takes like a while. Yeah, it takes a while to get into the rhythm of a new family. You can, try as much as possible to be prepared for it, to learn here and there and stuff, but it still takes a while to learn how to be a wife or a husband. Yeah. And I don't know, I think this is one of the things that you have to learn on the job. Yeah, because you've never been a wife before, you've never been a husband before. You can learn from people and gain wisdom on how to do it, which is very important, of course, so that you don't like so that you don't like go around making the same mistakes that other people have made. So you should learn. But like either way, you still have to go through the process of learning your own person, like learning your own, just learning how your entire family dynamics would work, that kind of thing. So yeah, I think is with regards to the first things I said is the same for becoming a better person, for character transformation and crap like that. you can learn from people how to be better, you can read books and stuff like that, but you still have to go through the process. And I think one of the ways God is so kind is that, I don't know, I mean it's kindness, but it's also really hard, is that when you are in the process of learning, quote unquote, or like when you are in that space where you are getting better at something, you would be faced with things that will test that thing you're learning. So say for example you're learning patience, or God is teaching you patience or something like that, you would be faced with a lot of situations that will test your patience. And I think what happens in those times is the fact that you are being in the space to learn. You're being in the space to learn, and so because how do I explain it? Because like you are faced with much situations teaching you patience, you are learning patience. I don't know if that makes any sense, but yeah, I think it's just one of those things that like you have to be in it to learn it. You can learn certain things theoretically, but like it's best improved when it is practical. I suppose same thing like with joy and with trust and stuff like that, yeah. Anyways, oh well, I think I've I don't know. I'm not going to, what's the word now? I'm not going to like go worry and be like, oh, was this helpful or was this not helpful? Like I said in the beginning, I guess I'll just trust God that yeah, whatever. That I'm obedient and I'm still recording a podcast because I just want to go and hide under a rock. Yeah. So I'm off social media. I'm trying to be off social media for a whole month. I don't know if I'm doing very well at it. But yeah, I'm off social media. I think I told myself I want to stay off Instagram for a whole month because Instagram is my bane, to be honest. Actually, now that I think about it, I've been off Twitter for like practically this whole year. I don't know, is that I think the two social media platforms that I use or I used to use were Twitter and Instagram. Actually, now that I think about it, yeah, Twitter and Instagram. I mean, YouTube doesn't really count because it's YouTube, I guess. Twitter and Instagram, and I've been off Twitter, so I don't know. I decided to like stay off Instagram for a bit. It's in between, because Instagram, I have a very, I don't know, Instagram is weird sometimes, I guess. I don't even know how to explain it, but anyways, I told myself that I was going to stay off Instagram for the month of July, so I currently like don't have Instagram on my phone and everything. Anyways, the reason why I started saying all this is because it would be really, really nice if you guys help me share the fact that I have a new podcast episode, I guess. Yeah, it would be nice actually. It would be nice. So yeah, you will be my, what's that thing that Pastor used to call, social media evangelist or something like that. Yeah, it would be nice if you guys share it. Why am I off Instagram? I think that last month or so I don't know, I wasn't like entirely on social media too much, but social media was annoying me a lot. And I'm that kind of person, like, I don't know, I'm just like, you're annoying me too much, you have too much power currently. So I just delete it, that kind of thing. So yeah, that's one of the things that happened. I think with all the whole weddings crap and everything, it was just annoying. Like, I'm not a bad belly, please. It was just a lot. Yeah, people have different what's that thing now? People have different ways of experiencing certain things, so leave me alone. But anyways, I mean, it was nothing deep. I was just like, okay, I'm just going to, take a break and everything. And then I think I also now challenge myself, oh, let's take a break for a whole month. So yeah, that's why I am currently where I am right now. What does my why does my voice sound like that? Okay, yeah. So that's why I'm currently where I am right now. So yeah, I really appreciate it if you guys share this podcast episode. That I don't know what I'm going to title it yet, but it would be nice. And this is a big thank you to all the people who listen to this podcast. I appreciate it very, very, very much. You guys are awesome. Yeah, you guys are the reason why. I mean, yeah, I was going to say that you guys are the reason why I'm still obedient to God, but that's such a silly thing to say because that's not it. Yeah, so I think I'll say like you guys are the reason why I'm still encouraged. Yeah, why I'm encouraged to continue. If God will have me do it, I will continue. Like, yeah, either way, but it is an encouragement to have people actually listen when you put out stuff or to read stuff when you put it out, that kind of thing. So yeah, it's an encouragement, and so yeah, I'm grateful. I think that's it. That's the end of my I think I was talking really fast in this episode, and then I think I was also ranting in and like here and there, like I was oscillating from deep topics to undeep topics, which is really interesting. Anyways, I guess that's how my brain works sometimes. So yeah, thank you for listening to this podcast episode. I pray for you that as you go into this week or into this next 2 weeks and into the middle of the month of July, I pray for you that the Lord is with you, that He's near to you. The Lord is always near to you, but I pray that you are conscious of it. I pray that you're conscious of the fact that the Lord your Father is with you, He is for you, and He's in you. I pray that you experience the steady nature and love of God. I pray that your heart is preserved in God, that no matter the situation all around you, no matter the circumstances, no matter what is going on or what is not going on, I pray that your heart, your mind, everything, every aspect of you is focused on your Father, who is much more important than anything else. And I pray that He shows up for you. I pray He shows up for you in the ways that you would really, really appreciate Him showing up. I pray that God shows up for you because, He's good, He's kind, and He will. In Jesus' mighty name, we have prayed. Amen. I really hope you enjoyed this podcast episode. And if you did, please let me know. I would appreciate your feedback. All right, till next time. Signing off. Peace. Do you know my name is Peace? Fun fact. Maybe I should start signing off with peace. Signing off, peace. Peace out. So like peace is signing off, but peace out as I'm like peace out. Bye.